So, Linda, we talked about during in our previous conversation about interviews, preparing stories, which are very vital in interviews, and even sometimes on LinkedIn posts. So, in your opinion, how should be job seekers be prepared for on those interviews? How should they tell the story? And we know that in general, the STAR method, situation, task, action, result. But is there any other things that you have seen that your client has been successful using it?
Yes. So STAR is something that I think everybody knows about. I've always taught SAR, so SAR, and maybe it's just because for me it's just shorter and easier to remember, but I mean, you're adding an extra T, but for me, I feel like I just roll it all into SA and R. So when we're telling a story, okay, just to break it down real simply, you want to make sure that it's like you're telling a movie. It's like you're the hero of the
Yeah.
movie and you want to talk about from the beginning of your life as the main character to then the end result, the ending. And you want to make it all, very exciting,
Yeah.
each story that you share. So S stands for situation. So situation means give me the lay of the land. Give me an understanding of what was going on at that time
Mhm.
when if the company was to ask you, tell me about a time you had to lead a project. Well, okay, before jumping in and be like, oh, this project I did this, this, and this, instead of jumping into the action, give me the lay of the land. What was going on at the time? What was the situation? What were the problems? What were the issues? What was your role in this whole scene?
Mhm.
What would have been the impact of that problem if it was not to be resolved? So you're really giving me an understanding so that it feels as though, okay, this is a dark situation almost,
Yeah.
like dramatic. And then you tell me how you, as the superhero of the story, took the initiative to take action. What were the action steps? Now, this is where people get really too overly detailed and they go into the nitty gritty specific details as to what they did. And that's where you lose your hiring
Yeah.
managers, you lose the recruiters, they stop listening and they go off into la la land,
Yeah.
right? So instead, you want to tell me sort of the high level framework or the workflow, the milestones, the key goals, the key steps that you worked through.
Yeah.
So it's like, in order to accomplish this, I oversaw or I managed four key steps. And then tell me step one, two, three, four. So you're at a high level.
Yeah.
And then finally, the result, which is
Yeah.
R. Tell me the positive result. Tell me what happened. Did you save money? Did you make money for the company? Did you save
Mhm.
time for the company? What was the quantifiable result, if there is one? But then on top of that, after you tell the SAR, this is the thing that everybody also forgets is tell them why does it matter for this role?
Mhm.
Why does that matter for this company?
Yeah.
So
Connected to
now
the
I
role.
it connected to the role back. Don't just tell the story and stop, which is what most people do. Connect it back, tell them why should they care.
Yeah. And I also seen some people adding another R, which is a reflection. What did you learn and how you can use it in this role also.
I think that's exactly the same. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I just call it the why should they care,
Yeah.
but I think it's what you're saying is exactly the same.
Thank you for that, Linda. Again, for the audience, if you have any other tips, leave them below. And tune in next time for my final question with Linda.